As Louis Armstrong said in What a Wonderful World, I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Hey, social media, it's Stephen Middleton coming to you from the Possibility Action Network. Our mantra is, I am, I can, and I will. I am Possibility Man. I've been thinking about what I wanted to share with you today. And of course, when I share, there are two things that are happening. One is, I want to share something of value to myself. And surely, I want to share something of value to you. So then today, I want to share on the topic, your innate health. And I want to say that our innate health is preloaded. I want to say it a little differently. I see it's preloaded. And once again, what is preloaded? Our innate health. So what might these things include? Our peace of mind. It's preloaded. Our sense of emotional wellness. It's preloaded. Our sense of possibility is preloaded. Our sense that it's possible for us to connect ourselves to that which we seek is preloaded. And Louis Armstrong had a glimpse of this in 1967 when he sang the song, What a Wonderful World. Now, someone else, of course, wrote the lyrics to that song, but Louis Armstrong gave expression to it. He gave meaning to it. And as he said in the second stanza, I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright, blessed day, the dark, sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Now, Louis Armstrong understood that life works in a certain way. He, no doubt, joined Sydney Banks, who in 1973 discovered that life works in a certain way. And Sydney Banks felt that he had cracked the code on life. He said that he was going to change psychiatry and psychology, that he would participate in retraining health practitioners around the world so that they could better serve humankind. Mr. Banks said that he'd come upon three principles, and these principles shows us how the world works. Now, I don't want to get into the weeds of it today, but Mr. Banks was saying that the world works in a certain way, just like gravity. And I want to do an experiment with you today concerning gravity as one example of how the world works. So I have in my hand this pencil. Now I'm going to release it, and we all see what happened. The pencil fell to the ground. Its law, its principle is gravity. Let's try it a second time. Now I'm going to try to get this pencil to float into the air. Whoops, it came back down again. Well, let me try another time. Whoops, it came back down again. The principle is that because of gravity, we know that any object that floats in space can be pulled back down to the earth. It is gravity. And Mr. Banks said that our innate health works in the same way. So now, in 1967, when Louis Armstrong sang the song, What a Wonderful World, it was not as if he was seeing a wonderful world at the time. Here in the United States, there were problems throughout the land. In Vietnam, the war was going on. There were many things that Louis Armstrong might have pointed to say that it's a sour world, that is a sad world, that is a difficult world, that is a world that he did not want to be in. But instead, he said, the colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. Louis Armstrong was not looking at the situation. And this is what Mr. Banks taught in 1973 until his death in 2009. And he trained a generation of psychologists and psychiatrists and mental health workers around the world who have one central message to the world today. Don't trust your thoughts. Don't trust your thinking. Don't trust appearances. You know, if you consider going through any storm, day or night, you can feel the effects of the storm. You can hear the wind and the thunder outside. You know, you can see the effects of a hurricane or a tornado, and you can experience it. But when you see one of those, what do? You do what the animals do. You do what the elephants and the birds do. You do what the squirrels do. As they begin to sense that inclement weather is coming upon them, they seek shelter. And they wait it out. So what does Cindy Banks and his students remind us? That red roses are here. It's a wonderful world. That your innate health is there. That there's no need for you to worry because it's principle. But we also understand that something can get in the way. So you're asking Stephen Middleton, what can get in the way? Well, the only thing that can't get in the way is a thought. And I'll put it differently. A thought that you believe in that's not true. You know, Stevie Wonder, these artists are amazing because they got a glimpse into this. Stevie Wonder wrote, when you believe in things that you don't understand, you suffer. When you believe in a stressful thought, when you believe this whole notion that, I'm broken, I'm not good enough, I'm unworthy, it's just a thought. And I want to remind you of this. It's just a passing storm. I've experienced passing storms in my mental states. I was talking with some friends earlier today. One of them is in Ireland, Zoom. I want to say something about COVID before we leave. Another one is, he lives in Canada. And we were talking about emotional states. And I was reminded that sometimes it can feel like a tsunami of the mind. Well, tsunamis are not a problem unless you believe. And here we are. Here we are together, if you're listening to my voice. With a reminder, as Louis Armstrong said in 1967, civil rights movement, protests, riots, deaths, legal segregation in the United States, in Vietnam, bombs being dropped here and there, thousands of people being killed. Oh my goodness. It makes you want to think. Lions and tigers and bear. Oh my. have said that in The Wizard of Oz. Sometimes these artists get it right. They remind us of the kinds of things that we believe in that are not true. The Temptations also touched upon this in one of their songs. The writer penned it, and Eddie Kendricks, the lead singer, sang it. He said, I see sunshine on a cloudy day. He said, when it's cold outside, I'm experiencing the month of May. Then he asked, what can make me feel this way? Oh, pardon me for that, but I just had to feel something right now because I'm going to close with this. The way out is to realize that it's just thoughts. Anything that says that you cannot reach your goal, oh, that's just a thought. Anything says that you're broken, that's just a thought. That's what I'm going to remind you of. And when you settle into this notion that it is just a thought, oh my, then your vibration gets higher. And this is actually what COVID-19 is teaching the whole world. COVID is probably one of the biggest blessings ever in the world. Ooh, now you're going to say, Milton, why would you say something so crazy like that? Why would you say that COVID-19 is a blessing? Because it's showing the world that we are one, and we are. Different languages, different cultures, different complexions. We go from dark to light. We go from dark to light. Woo, boy! Whoever the Creator is loves variety. Must love variety. So I'm going to close to you by saying, if you're ever in this moment, in a moment where you forget or you somehow believe things that are not true and you're suffering, remember that it's preloaded. And that's what I'm sharing with you. I see that it's preloaded. What's preloaded? Your innate health. What's preloaded? You connecting with your possibility. What's preloaded? The opportunity for you to connect with your higher self. And in your higher self, there's nothing that's missing. There's nothing that's impossible to you. And that's why the Possibility Action Network exists. We exist because we believe in possibility. We believe in the mantra of I am. I am. We believe in that mantra. We embrace the mantra that I can. And we embrace the mantra that I will. This is Stephen Middleton. Now I'm going to have to give a message to my producer because we're going to sign off now. The last button on the bottom says finish. And remember, I am Possibility Man. Until next time, good day. One more time. Hold on. Okay, my friends.